Listen, let's call it as it is. The recovery journey can be a long and at the same time extremely fulfilling experience with wide-ranging emotional highs and lows along the way. Most of us who step into this way of living life and intentionally choose to take it on with the same kind of passion we sought out all of our addictive, obsessive and compulsive behaviours in the past are going to experience a variety of thoughts and feelings that we've probably been avoiding for a really long time. Usually these unwanted, uncomfortable feelings are kept locked away in the depths and the shadows of our personality. In my experience, most people who've developed any form of lifestyle that uses harmful, destructive and generally ineffective behaviours to cope with their emotional experiences are probably dealing with some form of psychological, emotional or even physical trauma. These traumas are predominantly revolving around our unmet childhood needs, and it can be extremely beneficial to have a solid understanding of the symptoms associated with these issues so that we can recognise their presence in our current way of being. This is why in therapy people often delve into certain areas of the past, which can be a daunting and at times extremely triggering process. However, it's usually the most rewarding and empowering part of our journey too. Being able to finally put to bed all of those demons from the past and start to move forward with our life is the essence of sustainable behaviour change. And this is the reason that the foundational work we complete at the start of our journey is vital to the long-term success of building the life you want to live, whatever that life may look like for you. As I often say again and again in any process of behaviour change, regardless of the approach you decide to take, creating a solid foundation using the 4 primary fundamentals that I talk about in group and one-on-one coaching can only go towards increasing the probability of you creating the life you want to live, not only as something in the distant future, but also something you can begin to experience right now. So what are these fundamental areas of foundation? Now that we know what they are, what each of these areas looks like for you personally is entirely your choice, and this isn't about you doing what you're told to do in order to make the changes that you want to make. If that's what you're looking for, ask yourself if this has worked for you in the past, because it probably hasn't, and if it has, there's a really good chance that you wouldn't be here to begin with. The problem with this is what happens when we fail, because language creates behavioural rigidity. In other words, even though we're responding to our own internal narrative, we're either going to go with the flow and do everything that we're being asked to do, or we're going to push back against the requested behaviour. Our response is completely dependent on our perspective on being told what to do. If we're okay with this, then it won't be a problem. If you're like me and there is an angry, entitled child in your system, then the response might not be so great. If we have a poor relationship with failing, then failing to do something we've been told to do just activates the primary emotions we've been using our addictive, obsessive and compulsive coping mechanisms for in the first place. So it's really important that we do our best not to go there again. This is about you building the life that you want to live, and putting these fundamental principles of foundation in place is often a very different process for everyone. We have to understand that this is not going to be perfect, and we will fail at some point. That's just a given. If changing behaviours was an easy thing to do, we wouldn't be watching YouTube videos and trying to educate ourselves on what to do. If you take a look around the YouTube channel or the different pages of my website, you'll find a number of different videos that expand on this subject in a lot more detail. And as always, if you like the content of this video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment and smash that like button, turn on those notifications for all the latest from the Liberation Place, and I hope to see you again soon. Please take care.